Good morning, sir. Myself Bhagat Rajpal Vinod, and my topic of presentation is FDMA and TDMA CDMA comparisons. So I will go through. First of all, they all are comes in the category of multiple access techniques. Now I will cover what is multiple access techniques. So multiple access techniques are used to allow many mobile users to share simultaneously a finite amount of radio spectrum. It means, as the name suggests, multiple access techniques means we at the same time in the same time interval we would access multiple features in that same time durations. That is multiple access techniques. Basically there are five multiple access techniques, but I am going to explain three of them. That is frequency division multiple access, that is FDMA, time division multiple access, that is TDMA, and code division multiple access, that is CDMA. So first of all, FDMA, frequency division multiple access. Now, in FDMA, the division of frequency bands allotted for wireless cellular telephone communication into channels. That means in FDMA, each user get a different individual frequency spectrum to transmit or receive some information. That is, each channel can be assigned to only one user at a time. It means there is only one simultaneous channels apply given to each user, and all users should transmit and receive at that frequency only, and it cannot uh, jump from other frequency or the frequency slot that is given. So it can communicate in that frequency slot which is given by the user. The diagram shown below, it is suppose frequency from 1 to 11, the 11 users as example, and they all are allotted with different frequencies, and the share bandwidth is shown in the figure from f1 to f11, and the graph is between the frequency and time. Now how does FDMA works? FDMA allows the multiple users to send data through a single communication channel. That means in a single communication channel, FDMA allows too many data to send at a single channel, that is through a coaxial cable or a microbeam, by dividing the bandwidth of the channel into separate non-overlapping frequency subchannels. Next, then allocating each subchannel to a separate user. That means we would provide here a separate channel to each user so that it can transmit or receive the signal. Users can send data through a sub channel by modulating it. Means user can send data through modulating it by placing its signals on a carrier wave. In FDMA, guard bands are used between the adjacent frequency slots to minimize crosstalk between the channels. As we would say, there is sometimes there is a crosstalk between some different channels. So in this guard bands, what like guard bands are used so that it can neglect the crosstalk can be neglected. Now, uses of FDMA. Where does FDMA used? FDMA is used in total access communication systems, and the second is it is used in satellite communication systems and telephone line. It means in satellite communication and telephone lines we will provide a single frequency channel to each user, that is separate individual separate channels for satellite communication and telephone lines. Now, what are the advantages of FDMA? That means if we are using FDMA, there is some advantages and disadvantages also. First, I will go through the advantages of FDMA. So, due to the frequency filtering, it means here at the receiver's transmitting side, between the between transmitter and receiver, there is some filtering type devices which are used to filter the frequency. That means it should filter out the noises that is present in our signal. FDMA is not sensitive to near far problems. FDMA is not sensitive to near far problems. It means it cannot uh, it cannot uh, it cannot tackle the near far frequency signals. That means it's not sensitive. Many of the problems experienced in TDMA due to different propagation delays are eliminated in FDMA. It means many types of problems are experienced in TDM, but due to propagation delays are eliminated in FDMA, and there is no need of a network timing. That means there is no issue of network timing, that is we should apply signal in this time slot or that time slot. It is not there in FDMA. No restriction regarding the type of baseband or the type of modulation. Between different used frequency and a small amount of bandwidth not used. It means different type of frequency channels in a small amount of frequency, not bad. Maximum flow rate per channel is fixed and small. And the fourth and the fourth one is relative expensive and complicated band pass filters required. That means it requires complicated band pass filter, so that it is very complicated for you to use that system. Now the examples of FDMA. One of the older, that is analog telephone system in around 19th century. Uh, in that system, FDMA is the original analog telephone systems, which is used a hierarchy of frequency multiple techniques to put multiple telephone calls on a single line. It means too many of multiple techniques are put on the telephone calls on a single line. Now the next one is the time division multiple access, that is TDMA. Now what is the TDMA technology? Time division multiple access is a digital cellular telephone communication technology. That means it is FDMA is one type of analog cellular telephone, but TDMA is a digital cellular telephone. It facilitates many users to share the same frequency without interference. It means it will provide many users to facilitate different types of techniques, different types of information in the same frequency without interference of any types of noises. This technology divides a signal into different time slots. That means many signals are sent in different time slots, hence increases the data carrying capacity. So the data carrying capacity should be more due to this. Now how it works? TDMA takes a cellular communication channel and slices it into a series of time segments. That means it will take a channel and it will divide it in some time slots, and it will transmit the time slot in different times. Each cellular user is assigned the time slices with a given number. It means if we are dividing 4 time slots, then 1, 2, 3 and 4, it means in one number it should have different time, given number 2, 3, 4, it should transmit in different time slots 1, 2 and 3, 4. Each user transmit information only for the duration of their time segments using TDMA scheme. That means the time provided by them, in that time only it should transmit. It means here we are dividing 1, 2, 3, 4. The one should transmit at time t1, second channel is transmit at time t2, third channel transmit in time 3, 3, and in fourth it will transmit in t4. Next is by small time segments and high scaling slicing frequency, user perceives a continuous communication channel. It means by the time segments which are slicing it's small, and we are slicing the frequency, users perceives a continuous communication channel. Now the advantages of TDMA: carry data rates from 64 kbps to 120. That means it will carry a data around 64 kbps to 120 mbps. More number of users can use spectrum. That means lots of people can use this spectrum to transmit data. Operational costs are lower than traditional FDMA. That means the operation of TDMA is normally cheaper than as compared to FDMA. Different types of traffic is easily achieved by allocation of different time slots. Resources utilized effectively as per need basis, and battery life enhance. Now the disadvantages of TDMA, that is network and spectrum planning require more effort. That means by slicing the channel or given to different time slots to them, it is very difficult task to do them. So that is network spectrum planning require more effort. More efforts are required for them to do the task. Multipath interference affects call quality. It means we here what does it means that here we are slicing the channel, so by slicing them some information should be affect our interference area. So that is that switching from one base station cell to the other cell results into dropped calls. That means here we are there is for firstly there is only one channel. Now in TDMA we are slicing in them in parts, so that it can affect to the base station, so that some drop call also. Now the features of TDMA: TDMA shares single channel by several users. That means it will provide only a single channel by several users. High synchronization overhead is required. Synchronization should be more. Data transmission is not continuous. We don't transmit data in a continuous way. Possible allocate different number of slots to user. Now the last one is the code division multiple access, it is CDMA. Now what does the CDMA technology? CDMA is a channel access method used by various radio communication technologies. That means it is one type of channel access data that is used by various radio communication technologies. CDMA is an example of multiple access, where several transmitters can send information simultaneously over single It means numbers of hundreds of transmitters can send information simultaneously over a single channel communication, and this allows several users to share a band of frequency. It means one a single band frequency number of transmitter can send their data. Now the advantages of CDMA: improvement in capacity and security. That means it will improve our capacity and security also. Improvement in handover or handoff. Use of wide bandwidth, it will require wide bandwidth because here we are using hundreds or thousands of transmitters in a single channel, so it will require a wide bandwidth. It has more number of users can share the same bandwidth. It means at the same bandwidth we can share the number of users, that is transmitter side. It is well matched with other cellular technologies. Now the main disadvantage of CDMA is this system is more complicated, because here we are thousands or hundreds of transmitter at a receiver at the transmitter side, and we are providing only a single bandwidth channel, so it will very complicated to do this system. Guard band and guard time both are required to be provided. It means here we are we have to give guard band and guard time both of them, so that it is very complicated task. As the number of users increases, the overall quality of the service decreases. It means uh, suppose one let's have an example. If starting at there is only 5 to 10 transmitters, there is users, and if we increase the user, that is from 5 to 500, and 10 to 10,000, that is 100 to 10,000, thus our quality will be not be same as earlier. Now application of CDN technology: it is used in military and some common commercial applications, so that to transmit data from one place to another. It is used in mobile communications. It is used in radar and navigation system. CDM is considered as the highest mode of wireless communications and responsible for fast and safe mode of data exchange such as 3G. CDMA would consider as a 3G as because it will it will have more security than other, that is the TDMA or FDMA. Thank you, sir.